Guys, welcome. We have Chef Willy here today. Woo! Welcome.
Alex, thank you so much, Alex. I'm super excited to be here in La Paloma for this Fiesta.
Great. So what are you bringing today here to us?
Alex, today we're bringing three different dishes. Three dishes that I've been doing lately in my restaurant in Bangkok, in the Willy Bangkok, and I want to bring them to La Paloma because I think they've been like really good. They got really good comments from our guests.
Have it here, no?
Look, first of all, we're gonna start with a Iberian pork pate. You know, in Spain, we are at the border with France. In France, you got a lot of pate, so this is in the Pyrenees Mountains. The Pyrenees Mountains, the border between Spain and France. And as we're on the Spanish side, we also have the tradition of doing pates, you know? In this case, of course, we got the great Iberian pork, the black pork from Spain, and we're gonna make it with that one particular pork that is so delicious.
Nice.
So what we've done, basically, we prepare a terrine with different cuts of Iberian pork, and now we're gonna take it out of the mold, and look at this. You can see we use some livers also. We use some of the pork, Iberian pork jowl outside, and then a minced part of the meats inside. This is a very rustic pate, very delicious. So let me cut it and let's present it, right? We trim a little bit this part. Nice slice, beautiful. Pate is one of those dishes, you know, that they don't look super sexy. It's not the most Instagrammable dish, but they taste so good, right?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna put a few pickles. Alrighty. Cut down a little bit the fattiness of the meats. A little bit of salt here. Personally, I love to put, Alex, a little bit of pimentón de la vera, the smoked paprika from Spain, because it gives it a little bit of a complexity, that smokiness, it makes it very nice.
Looks delicious.
Rustic, tasty, and fantastic for families, hanging out with friends, nice for the wine.
Great. Thank you.
Sometimes less is more.
Woo. So what is the second dish you're going to teach me today?
Alex, today we have, you know, in the Spanish bars, you know, the classic So we're basically going to resources. We don't have this, but we can use that. That's what we like. So now you made it very flat, right?
Yes, we make it very flat. Then an easy way is to keep it in the freezer, so then it will be very easy to take out from the paper.
That's a trick, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so We put it in the freezer till it's frozen. So it might take like what, like about an hour maybe?
Something like
that, because very thin, it doesn't take too long. And then once it's frozen, it's very easy to remove it from the paper and it defreezes very fast. This is, we have a Russian salad, una ensaladilla rusa, a potato salad, which is boiled potatoes, carrot, right? Very cooked.
Yeah.
That it becomes pasty, so like a little bit overcooked. Then we add some mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, and charcoal grilled bell peppers, also chopped.
Yeah.
We season with salt, pepper, a little bit of lemon juice, and ready to go.
Yeah.
That's like very, very traditional. So what we do is we use a ring mold. 1, 2, 3. I think we got quite a nice amount. We put it quite flat. And then we remove slowly the mold. We take out these beautiful salad leaves because this will give freshness to the salad, because the potato, you know, a little bit of starchy, more full body, and the salad will help, you know, clean your palate, make it very fresh and nice. And we made a vinaigrette made of vinegar, oil, salt, pepper, same vinaigrette like you always make for dressing salads at home, right?
Yeah.
In this case, we mix it up together. We season the leaves. We mix them well. That looks pretty nice. We're gonna put these beautiful leaves around, make it nice and fresh. We dispose all the leaves around. Then we're gonna put a little bit of salt on top, and we're gonna freshen it up with a little bit of lemon, a little bit of lemon zest. With a nice citrusy touch, make it very yummy. We wanna make it look very nice and pretty for our guests. Apart from tasty, it's going to be very beautiful. What do you think about this, Alex?
Beautiful.
Simple, delicious, healthy, premium. Woo! So Alex, here now we're gonna have our third dish, which is super simple and a very good one. Easy to make at home, and I tell you the results gonna be good. Okay, so what we have is an open omelette.
Okay.
Open omelette, what a name, eh? Open omelette, you know, oh my God, you know? Or in Spain, they also call it lazy omelette. So what we do first is we crack the eggs, and we're gonna put some salt. In this case, we're putting 4 pieces of egg, right, Alex?
Yeah, 4 pieces.
Now, what we need to do is start preparing.
Let's add some salt now for the
You
egg.
season well. Alrighty.
Good.
Then mix it well. Make sure everything is very well mixed up. And we're gonna heat the pan. It's smoking a little bit, you see? Oh, nice. Alex, it looks like you did it all your life here, you know? We don't like the egg to be too cooked, you know? Otherwise, it's not so sexy, you know?
Exactly.
The important is that we have a very good quality egg, you know, a nice farm egg if possible, right?
Yeah.
And not to cook it too much. Because the egg is cooked too much, it's not, you know, so yummy in your mouth. It's too dry. We want it a little bit runny. A little bit more.
Maybe slowly, no?
Slowly, yeah. Slowly, even slightly. Just a spark. This is quite a delicate operation. Very, very nicely on the plate. What do you think about this, Alex?
Beautiful.
Woo! So here we got this a little bit runny on the top, right, Alex?
Yeah.
But not too much, you know? Not too dry, not too runny. A little bit in the middle to make it nice and delicious. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Up a little bit, throw a little bit of garlic. Yes, let's go for it. Season with some sea salt. Fantastic. Could be in the Cantonese food, you know? We could be walking it up, but with a pan, you know? Because we're in Spanish food, right?
Yeah.
Woohoo! So now, what we're going to do is this squid that we sauteed with the chopped garlic, seasoned with a little bit of salt, right? and they will cut a little bit the fattiness from that egg and that squid, right? Here we have like a mayonnaise, garlic mayonnaise and aioli with squid ink mixed together. Very easy to make.
Yeah.
Squid ink mixed with an aioli, right?
Yeah.
This is like ink of the squid. We mix it up with our aioli. It gives a little bit of creaminess, which is something very gentle on the omelette, right?
Yeah.
We drizzle some olive oil to refresh even more. And we drizzle some chives.
Well, best part now.
Man, I'm starving, dude. Alex,
Let's go for it, no?
let's dig in, man. I want a little bit of squid, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, Alex. This is like a dream, dude.
Salud.
Woo! Look at this beautiful omelette. Wow. Whoa.
Thank you for coming and teaching us some recipes from your recipe book.
It's my absolute pleasure, Alex, always to come and visit you here in Hong Kong, in La Paloma. It's always so much fun in Hong Kong.
Good. So let me ask you, like, when did you start working in Shanghai?
Look, I moved to Shanghai quite a while ago. You know, it was in 2007, and I moved to Shanghai in 2007, and I opened my first restaurant in Shanghai in 2008.
Okay.
Called El Willy, Spanish restaurant in the former French concession of Shanghai, Hongkou Road, and that's where I started with my own place.
Why you decided to go to China?
Look, like I was living in my hometown of Barcelona, same hometown like you know, like we're from Barcelona. So I felt like I wanted to travel a little bit the world and look for different opportunities and have different experiences. So I had some friends in Shanghai by that time. So, and Shanghai in that time, it was very, very vibrant. It was a very exciting place. It was like booming, right? It was a big, big explosion there. So they offered me to go there and they offered me to work for a wine company as a chef.
Yeah.
And I did that. I was in charge of the Greater China region to do events in order to promote their wines, that they were wines from Spain, a Spanish company, and through Spanish gastronomy. And that's how I touched base in Shanghai back in 2007.
Okay. So you stay there a long time. You have been opening restaurants since 2008.
Right. I started working for a wine company for a year, and then I found the opportunity to open my own restaurant, and that was in the beginning of 2008.
Nowadays, you have like 10 restaurants in different countries. So what would you describe like your success? What did you do so good in order to maintain and going after 15 years? What would you describe that was the...
Basically, when I arrived to Asia in 2007, it was like the Spanish food scene. It was a little bit different than right now. You know, it was like very old school, and they were like very interesting years in Spain back then. It was with El Bulli, you know, it was like a big gastronomic revolution in Spain. So that helped me out, you know, like a lot into like the international media regarding Spanish cuisine. And I tried to represent a little bit more the contemporary aspects of Spanish cuisine in a friendly way for Asian customers, you know. During my year working for a wine company, I traveled extensively into the Greater China area, including Hong Kong, Taiwan, Macau, even Mongolia. And I understood, you know, how the Chinese people and the people in the Greater China area, they would eat. And I tried to represent in my restaurants something friendly to the way we eat to the Chinese customers. In the sense of like that everything they could eat it with chopsticks, with spoon, like they could eat in Chinese cuisine. Also like divide the menu into the structure that a Chinese menu is, you know, like if you look at a Chinese restaurant, usually like the menus are usually very long. They're like little books. So and you will go to the Western restaurants a lot and the menus will be very short.
Yeah.
So I try to find that balance, you know, between like a longer menu than in a Spanish normal restaurant, a Western restaurant, and including, you know, the elements, you know, the structure of the menu into like the way the Chinese they would eat. what is very important and to keep the because the world changes so fast, these days, with internet, with social media and everything, to keep it up going is always for me being the consistency, to be very, very consistent. For me, like the most, where I see the biggest failure of many, many restaurants, or the biggest like ups and downs of many, many restaurant businesses, is that they are not consistent.
Anything like how you see yourself in the next few years? What is any new projects, anything that excite you right now?
For me, I love, at the moment, I'm super, super happy with the setup that we have with the restaurants currently and everything. I don't have huge ambitions to grow the company, not at all, just basically keep on going organically. And being my goal and what excites me is to be in the kitchen every day, to be with the team every day, be with the customers every day, touching the product. And this is for me the most exciting, at the moment, more volume, more things, more business. This for me is, at the moment, it's nothing that gets me too excited about,
Yeah.
Being more product focused, and being more in the kitchen.
Sounds great. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to do this together with you.
Thank you, Alex, and I'm really, really happy to have an ambassador of Spain like you here in Hong Kong and work together and be partners for so many years.
Thank you very much. Salud.
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 Ole.
Thank you.
Ole.